Saint Josephine Bakhita. Enslavement, freedom and forgiveness. Saint Josephine Bakhita's life was marked by trauma, resilience and forgiveness. Kidnapped as a child, enslaved, beaten, and sold multiple times, she later became a saint, remembered for her humanity and faith. Josephine Bakhita was born around 1869 in the Darfur region of present-day Sudan. She lived a normal childhood until one day, armed raiders attacked her community. Her family was scattered, and Josephine, just a young girl, was kidnapped. She was forced to march for many days under armed supervision, with no food or rest, as her captors moved her from village to village. The shock of this abduction and the horrors she endured caused her to forget the name she was born with. Her captors gave her a new name, Bakhita, meaning fortunate or lucky, a name she did not choose but was imposed on her. Josephine was first sold to an Arab family. There, she was treated as property. Beatings were common, and she had no freedom, no rights, and no control over her life. Later, she was sold to a Turkish household. This period was among the most brutal of her life. She was beaten so severely that sometimes she could not move for days. Her captors also deliberately scarred her body. Cuts were made into her skin, and salt was rubbed into the wounds, leaving permanent marks that stayed for the rest of her life. The physical abuse was only part of the trauma. The constant fear, humiliation, and instability left deep psychological scars. She later reflected that this trauma caused her to forget her original name, a recognized response to extreme childhood abuse. Eventually, she was purchased by Callisto Legnani, an Italian diplomat in Sudan. Her treatment improved compared to before, but she was still legally enslaved. When Legnani planned to return to Italy, Josephine feared being sold again or left behind. She begged him to take her with him. Legnani traveled with his friend, Augusto Micheli, an Italian businessman who owned a hotel in Sudan, and planned to relocate there permanently. In Italy, Josephine was sold once more, this time to Augusto and Maria Teresa Micheli. She worked as a domestic servant and caregiver to their daughter, Mimina. Augusto Micheli and his wife, Maria Teresa Micheli, decided to move to Sudan permanently, where Augusto was running his business. To prepare for this move, Maria sold their house in Italy. Afterward, she had to travel to Sudan to join her husband and help manage their affairs there. Because the house had been sold, Maria was forced to leave her daughter, Mimina, behind, along with Josephine Bakhita. With the home gone, Bakhita and Mimina suddenly had nowhere to live. It was suggested that Bakhita and Mimina stay temporarily with the Canossian sisters in Venice, where Josephine first encountered Christianity, a space of safety and dignity that she had never known. When Maria Teresa returned from Sudan, she tried for 3 days to take Josephine back. Bakhita refused. Unable to compel her, Maria took the case to court. The court ruled decisively. Slavery was illegal in Italy, and Josephine Bakhita had always been free. For the first time in her life, her body, mind, and will were fully her own. When asked what she would do if she met those who tortured her, she replied, "I would kneel and kiss their hands. For if these things had not happened, I would not be a Christian and a religious today." Josephine Bakhita died in 1947 and was canonized in 2000. Her life reminds us that even in the face of extreme cruelty, the human spirit can retain dignity, faith, and forgiveness.